What is up, McManus and fam? We are back, and I guess this is the first time I've ever done this, and I'm gonna keep doing it. With a Dana White's Contender Series recap. This is Season 10, Episode 1, that just finished up here, and it was all right, man. It was all right. There's one guy on here that I think I'm actually like really looking forward to seeing where he goes. But other than that, a couple of these guys I'm not crazy about. And ESPN is the only place that has stats and stuff like that, and we have no pictures for just about everybody, so that's all right. Um, I'm gonna go from the top down. Um, the I guess the main event was Anthony Wint versus Matt Adams. And Anthony Wint was a huge heavy favorite going into this, and Matt Adams went for a takedown, or I'm sorry, inside trip, and then ended up on bottom and just got knocked out immediately. Yeah, you can see literally this was a 30-second fight. He got knocked out immediately. And Anthony Wint gets a contract to the UFC. And I don't know who you give him or what. I'm sure they'll give him some sort of can or something. And honest to God, I would not be surprised if later down the line Gable needs an opponent and they call Matt Adams to come in and fight him for the interim belt or something like that. Because the way that we're feeding Gable, we're feeding him Matt Adams and such. But I think if you give Anthony Wint like a really advanced wrestler or somebody who can actually grapple really well, I could see them giving him a lot of trouble actually. Because he's got striking. They showed all the highlights. Bro, he's killing everybody, bro. He's knocking everybody out. But brother, Australia have no wrestling. Um, so we'll see where he goes from there, man. So yeah, he was the last signee of the night. We had four. Um, and yeah, this was. I mean, I can't break down much that happened, but Anthony Wayne gets signed. We'll see who they give him. This fight, Fabrizio Escargera versus Abe Scare, I think is how you pronounce his name. This fight was bad. But not only that, it is controversial because of the scorecards. This is crazy. So, um, Escargera won this fight. He won the first and second round. Third round was close, but I gave it to Abe. Um, yeah, this dude is like a red bearded Mexican Muslim guy. I don't know how to explain it. He look at this. Look at these numbers, by the way. Not a single takedown that this guy was spamming he could get. This guy is so strong. He would get like an over under into like a and he would lock his hands in like a gable grip and just toss this guy off him. This guy's strength was crazy. Needed some work on the feet because I thought that Alistair did have a couple moments where he was clearly getting the better of him on the feet. I don't know why he didn't just keep this fight standing. It would have been a much more entertaining fight and probably would have gotten him a contract if he had kept this fight standing and they both just swung it out. I don't know why he did not. I'm yawning just thinking about what ended up happening. Yeah, there was a lot of clinching. Mike Beltran was breaking him up. Action, come on, guys, let's go. Friend of the show. And yeah, man, disappointing. Because I think Escarra is like this dude clearly is like a super strong, dominant guy. But he just fought somebody that didn't really give him much to do. I guess I could say he does need to work on his striking. Um, and we'll see him go a little bit further maybe. But neither guy got signed, and the judges. Two judges gave this fight to Alan Scare, which is ridiculous. It should be overturned, and it was so disrespectful. They had him sitting at the chair at the end, where everybody's getting signed, and Dana goes, "Yeah, you didn't win this fight, buddy, and you didn't show me much. So keep working. You're a tough guy. You're not getting a contract." It was like, oh my God, he's right. I mean, he's right, but it's pretty disrespectful. But that's all right. I was all for it because I agreed with him, man. I agreed with him. I thought that Abe, there was no way that Abe won this fight. Um, Absolutely no way that he won this fight. Fabrizio won this fight, no questions asked. He won the first two rounds. And one of the judges, if one of the judges gives it 30-27, the other two give it 29-28, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. If Sal Diamato is the one that's scoring it for 30-27, you guys are wrong. So neither guy got signed, and kind of a boring fight. This is the one guy that I was okay. So I have one thing I'd like to say first and foremost. I knew the odds were crazy. going in this because my brother had been telling me about Bilal Hasan. He was like, this kid is crazy good. He's from Indonesia. He's so good. He trains with Demetrius Johnson. He's so good. You're gonna lose your mind when you see how good this guy is. And the second I see who he's fighting and I see the flag, I go, all right, well, that doesn't even matter. I'm sorry, but there's like 1.8 billion people on this planet in India, and we have zero good fighters from that country. Zero. Anshul Jubilee, Captain India is here. Captain India gets one tap by Quillen Salkill. This guy gets one tap by Bilal Hassan immediately, and then gets 20 unanswered strikes on the ground, where his face is like scrunched up, going, "Ow, ow, ow, ow! Stop hitting me! Stop hitting me! Stop hitting me!" India, India guys, can we get a good fighter out of you guys? And I will say, if anybody in the UFC is fighting like an Indian guy, you could be a 30 and 0 prospect from India. Whoever is fighting him, it could literally be who could it be? Who I'm thinking it could be Shadrick Dumas, and I think he would be like a he'd be like a 10-1 favorite. I'm just gonna say it outright. They have not produced a single good fighter, and this kid gets signed. I think we knew he was gonna get signed. I mean, he was kind of a zest fest, but in Indonesia and all these kind of like some of these East Asian countries, not East Asian, but some of these Asian countries, they've got like a zest epidemic. So he's kind of a zest fest, but he's really, really good. His striking is excellent. Um, and he knocks uh, Captain India out in one punch. Literally, the first punch he lands knocks this dude out, and the kicks looked so good from him. I'm excited. He took zero damage, and I would like to see him get a fight in the UFC like soon. Like they could put him on this Rodriguez Hernandez card because he took zero damage, and that card still needs four more fights. Give him somebody at flyweight. Get a fight on there, man. I'm excited to see how far this kid goes because he is really good. I'd like to see him test in the grappling though. All good, good shit. Um, and then we had Malumba. I swear this guy is. This he's the only one with a picture, of course. I swear this guy has fought on Contender Series before. I forgot to look it up. Um, versus Pagliarlo. Pagliarlo. They said it like 100 times, and I was like, how do you say that? This was a pretty good fight, honestly. This was pretty good. So round one starts off with Pagliaro drop straight punch down the middle that sits down Malumba. Malumba gets up and immediately knocks him down. It doesn't say it in knockdowns. I don't know why, but and then it kind of got into a slugfest. Then into a excuse me. Then once we got into round two, oh, excuse me, I'm so tired. Once we got into round two, Pagliaro kind of found his footing, found his range, and realized that he can kind of hurt him on the feet. He was popping it, popping the jab, popping the jab. Teep kicks were working for him. Boom, boom, boom. Um, and then I'm sorry, teep kicks weren't working. He didn't throw a single teep kick, I don't think. He gets the takedowns going. Malumba gets up for most of the takedowns in round two, but one thing I will say is that Malumba was loading up on these heavy shots and was swinging for all hell every single time and was missing a ton. And so he was gassed going into the third. And Pagliaro, who trains with Corey Sandhagen, I think he knew it. And in the corner, they're like, take this guy down. The takedown is there, and smash his face in. And that's exactly what he did. Got the takedown almost immediately against the cage. There was a good scramble attempt a couple times, but he really held Malumba down and then was just dropping elbows and got the reverse, not the reversal, flipped him over onto his belly. And as the commentary said, once he got him to his back and he could just pound away. Yeah, he took his back and he just pounded away. And gets a late finish and also gets a contract. So good for him, man. Entertaining fight. And I swear I've seen Malumba on the Contender Series before, so maybe I'm wrong, but I swear I have. But you know, gets a contract. Not Malumba, but Pagliaro gets a contract. So one of the other contracts. And this was the first fight of the night. We had John Kunem versus Joe Cropshot. Um, and Kunem trains with Justin Gagey, so I was like, all right, let's see it, man. Let's see this. Um, and man, he was missing a ton. And Cropshot actually looked really good out there. I thought he looked pretty good. He was teep kicking and jabbing him up. The teep kicks and the front kicks were there for him this entire fight. And then in the very end of round three, gets a gnarly takedown and is able to get this. There was a really nice scramble that led into him going for. He started with a heel hook into a Kimura into an armbar that I think broke John Kudem's arm. He pulled it all the way back, like it was Charles Oliveira, Tony Ferguson, like bent way back all the way to the buzzer, and gets a unanimous decision win. So, and he also got a contract, which I liked. I liked that Dana was like, "Yeah, man, you swayed me at the end there, so yeah, I'll give you a contract, man. Whatever. Fuck it, kid. You're in the UFC." Yeah, looked good. Gets a contract. So I didn't predict anything on this. I'm not gonna do predictions for Dana White Contender Series. I'm sorry. I'm more interested in just watching these guys fight. So, but contract winners were Crop Shot, Pagliario. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that. Bilal Hassan. Neither of these guys fucking got one. And Anthony Wint got contracts this week. Yeah, I mean, it's short card. They're only like 5 fights, so I'll probably do these every week until this is over. I don't know if anybody likes these, and I'm sorry if this is really quiet. But it is late. I'm very tired. And it's Tuesday, man. It's Tuesday. Either tomorrow or Thursday, I'll post my predictions for 3:30, and we'll get a card recap of that immediately after that concludes. Um, but yeah, see ya. Bye.